Hello, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Let me scoop my camera back up. It keeps slipping down. Today I wanted to show you a couple of quick envelopes. Now, I hope they're quick. You know I'm kind of slow at this. But this is what they look like when you do them with regular scrapbook paper. This was just a solid 12 by 12 piece. I cut it in half, and then I could make two of them. I didn't. I only made one. And then I put just a piece of washi sticker in here, and added these little pieces here. And on this side, I made a pocket. Now, I made this flap thing here, but I don't recommend it. It makes it too, it bends the flap too much. So this is a good piece that can be just attached at the side of your journal. Or if it did not have a pocket in here, it could be attached here and glued here, here, and here. And then it would be a pocket here as well as a fold-out letter with a little pocket here. So that would be a pretty cool little pocket, wouldn't it? And let's see, I know these have been done before somewhere, or I've done similar. This one, just really thin scrapbook paper, almost too thin, but I'm going to show you how to take care of that when we make a too thin of one. And I haven't decorated it or anything. And I just cut a slit in the paper here, a high one and a low one, so it would just slip through there. And these, this size and that size I just showed you, these are intended to go on your journal this way so it becomes a pocket, gluing on three sides, and then it just unfolds and unfolds. And there's a little pocket down here as well. And then this was the easiest closure for creating these so that they don't overbend when you want to glue them into a journal. So there's that one. This one I messed up and up and up, and it even glued itself down. See? After I thought it was dry. But it's another design, similar, but like I said, this paper was so thin that it just kept bending and bending, even when I wasn't bending it. But this one I put the closure down at the bottom, and I just put it across there as a decoration. And then I thought, well, I could make one with some of Rachel at Roxy Creations papers. I made this one, and of course it's all upside down. But the nice thing about this is it has a little tuck pocket, and you have all this journaling space on it. I like that. Now this one is definitely one that you would attach with a that you'd attach to your paper, your book page. Or if you glued it on three sides here, 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 and here, and just put it at the edge and it were glued, then you would have this writing space and a tuck spot, and then back here you would have another pocket. So that would work as well, and that would be pretty cool. So there's those, and then I made this one, Now, this is paper that I have scanned both sides. On one side I put I've printed on both sides, excuse me. Coffee dyed on one side and the document on the other. Now this one I folded the correct direction. I put a strap on it for the folder, for the envelope flap, and it is one that would go on the page and get glued on 3 sides so that you would have a pocket up here and you'd have the journaling on the inside. This one I just decorated with washi pieces and with stickers. And this is a Crafty Cat USA little doily, and she cuts these out on her laser machine. And here's just a little tag, and a little tag, and lots of writing space. So shall we see if we can make one of these? Okay, let's do. This one is a double-sided piece, easy enough to make something out of. We just fold this, oops. Just fold this piece up. Oh my goodness, look at my glue. First it won't come out and then whew, it all comes out at once. Okay. This paper is a little frustrating under here. It's like the papers you can put in your oven to bake on. Baking sheet paper. It slides all around. It's very frustrating. So then all I did was fold this up like that. And then I needed to make a fold here. So what I did was found my center point. You see that? So I have it on 3/4 here and 1/4 there between all these big 1-inch lines. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is my center point right there. And then this piece, you can't start cutting it until you get below this piece right here. Otherwise it will not show properly in your it will show the gap in your envelope. So lining this up top and bottom and making sure I put another line right on the 1-inch line. Then you can either fold this or cut it. Let's see. What if I fold it? Right there to right. Oh, it's pretty hard to do. To right there. Let's see if I got it in the right spot. I did. Okay. And then we would fold this one the same way between that line and the center line. Oh, I see I didn't quite hit center there. So I'll do the same over here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. And then erase the pencil line. And looks okay. There we go. So now we need to put something across here to hold that down. So I have here some paper that matches. And I cut it off right there. And right about there. Whoops, I need that. Can't do that yet. Not yet. Okay, so then we would just glue this piece on right here at the base. I need a new blade on my cutting machine. I do. Oh, I don't want to get glue on there. It's been kind of a frustrating craft day. I've been in to film this I don't know how many different times. This is going to go in there. Now remember, it's really long, so we're going to need to cut that off a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just come down here and round it a little bit and hope it still fits. There we go. So there's another little one that fits right in your journal as a pocket and a pocket. You could put journaling paper in here. You could decorate it up and put little pieces of ephemera or whatever you'd like. Anyway, just really cute. So, shall we see about making another one out of, let's see, shall we do documents or ultra thin scrapbook paper? Where did my ultra thin go? Oh, I bet this is it. Here it is. So what I would do with my ultra thin is fold it in half like this. I cut it down to it's 9 inches actually, so that, well, it's a little over 9. I wanted it to be approximately 4.5 inches wide when I get done. So I would fold this in half like this. There's some nice writing space in there actually, or on here too. And then if it's a directional paper, you'll want to watch for that. Okay. Then I would go around the edge with glue. That way I don't have to find a big piece of paper to put under there, and I won't have to wipe as much off my mat. Or my hands, I hope. I'll have to wipe some off of this. That'd be easy. Okay. Now I'm going to let this one dry while we do a document one. Okay, so fold that in half, your really ultra thin paper, and now you have a piece that is approximately 4.5 inches wide. I think this is 4 3/4. Okay, and set that aside to dry. You can sew this too if you want, sew around it when it's dry. Okay, so now let's make this document one. Probably won't put the butterflies on it. But I just so happen to have this here. And so we will cut part of that off. How wide would that make it? Well, 5 inches would be too much unless we want to make a... Let's make a bigger one and make that side pocket. How's that sound? Although you probably want to see how I made the small one, don't you? So we better go with that, since that's the one I said we'd do originally. Okay, so I have this piece. And the first thing I did on this was flip it upside down. And I rolled this piece in at the beginning. And folded this over to make it a little stronger for the pocket. There we go. Now, it's probably crooked. I can't seem to get this straight for the life of me. Then I folded up this piece to make the bottom, to make the pocket. And I don't know, that's about 1.5 inches probably. Yep, exactly, 1.5 inches. And then I sealed it on 2 sides. Okay. Then I folded this up approximately where I wanted it to go. And the rest of it will be the flap right here. So here's the flap. I'm not going to fold it directly against here. You see I'm leaving a little space here of about 1/4 inch, just so it's better. Now you could do a button closure here and here and just wrap it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the little bendy one again. I think this time I might just move this one as evenly as I can here. And then I'm going to fold this one up the same. And I just want to even them up across here as much as I can. It does not have to be perfect. And there we go. It makes a pretty good flap. We'll fold those down And that will make the flap a little bit thicker for tucking it into the piece that we put down here. So how is everybody today? We just got home from the coast, well, a day and a half ago. We spent a couple of days over there in a nice hotel, and just enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. Pretty nice. Now we need a piece that's going to go across here. Originally what I did was I used a piece of this, which is basically a cardstock, a brown cardstock paper, and I just cut off, I don't know, just about a half of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And then the reason I use this was to give it strength. Now it can just be a tuck in, or if you want that piece to show, then you just run it up a little higher. I found it was easiest to use my grid on my mat. But first let me figure out where I want it. Right about there. I think it'd be nice if the number showed. 814. Draw your line where you need to cut it. Right there. And then cut it on those lines that you made for yourself. Don't do it like I do it. Okay, so then I laid this back down here, and I figured out on my mat where I needed to be. And then, so I can see it's just about on a 1-inch line. So I'm going to lift this one up first and put that down. Then I'm going to come over here, put it down over here. And pick it up before it glues to my mat. Bring this back over. Okay, now we need to, I just decorated this with another piece of the document. So here's one here. So we will cut that at right about there. And probably right there. Okay. Kind of a thin piece of paper there. It's because of the way I tore it. And then right about there. No. No. Right about there. We'll see if that's straight. I hope. And then I just glued this piece on here. And it's just an added, you know, I don't know. Just kind of adds to it. At least I thought it did. Thought it looked kind of nice that way. And then just apply that. There we go. Nice quick way to make an envelope closure. And then you can open it. Now if you don't like the way this looks here, this is where you can find that extra piece. This is not an extra, but it would work. Let's see. Oh, I have one that could go on there crookedly. No. No, I do. Let me cut that piece off. I don't care if it goes on upside down, sideways, crooked. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm going to just line this up right in there and glue this down to here. Okay? Just want to stay above that fold line. But we want to be below that line. Okay? So probably right about, I can get pretty close to that line. Yep, that would do it right there. Now that does take up your writing spot when you cover it, but it also does make this flap much, much stronger. And for something that's going to be in use on your journal, that's probably a good idea. So there we go. Let's see. There. Very nice. So there is that one. And then of course you would decorate it however you want to decorate it. You know, flowers, stickers. Let's see what I have here. I got these stickers in a packet, and I do have to say, the words do not match up with the products. Very rarely do they. Just something to be aware of. Things sometimes don't make sense when you order from another country. So anyway, anyway, just be aware of that if you order from China or something like that, that if you want to use the words, you need to really look at them closely to be sure that they are what you want them to be. So I'm going to put this mushroom right here. I was not buying this for anything but the mushrooms. So, because that's what I wanted mostly to use, was the mushrooms. And I don't even know about their accuracy. So I'm going to put these little ones right here. They're just little washy mushrooms. And then, do we want anything out here? Let's see. How about... Has to be short because I've got that line through there. So let's take this little guy. Oh, it has a partner. let's take these two little guys and put them right here. So there we go. And then we would have this pocket in here to fill. Here's a couple little papers that could go in here. There we go. Perfect. I didn't glue that, so it is probably going to come up a little bit when it bends there, because I got it right on the fold. So there we go. Another little piece for your journal. And then, of course, you could put a doily up here. I would recommend that you put only half of the doily. Don't fold it over, because it gets in the way back here of anything you're going to slide into the pocket. So I wasn't going to put a doily on this one today, but it would look cute right there, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. I might do that later. I'll leave that tucked in for right now. And then we come back to this one. Okay, it must be getting glued up in there because it's nice and stiff in there. So first we fold up our pocket at the bottom. Now, you might have some folding problems, just because now the paper is quite thick instead of very thin. And the glue makes it thick as well, so it's thickened up considerably. Okay, there's that. So then I would fold this up to where I think I might like it to go. Now it looks like it's going to make a nice big tall one. So I'm going to fold it clear up to there. A lot of journaling area. I need my bone folder now because the paper is so thick. And then I want to fold this one down. Now, gotta get that even, or it will definitely show it's crooked. Now this one I folded differently. So this one would take one of the button closures. Now I think instead of a button, I'm just going to use two brads. So let me grab some brads. Oh, Brad, where are you? Oh, that would be a pretty one. It's a little polka dotty. Oh, I have two of those. Oh. I have two of this one. Oh, I have two polka dotties. Okay, there we go. So I think what I would do then is I think I would round these corners, and I don't really have my corner rounder here, so I'm just going to see if I can kind of do it. Oh yeah, there we go. There, not bad. Not too bad, she says. Okay, finding my center point again. I'll put that between the 20 and the 24, or 25. Divide it in half. That makes the center right about here. So I will put a hole there. Oh, I think it's going to be too close, but that's okay. We're going to go with it anyway. Going to fold this down. And, okay. Now, I do want to cover this up. I just don't like my brad showing. So let's see. I have this little piece of paper. I could put that across there. Either way. Like that, I guess. So I will give that a cut. Right about here. There we go. Oh boy, I do need to change my blade. Look at that. Wow. And I'm just going to glue that down across there. So I need to even this up on here. And cut that off. Not solid. I think we'll go with that. It looks like a big quilt. Big bunch of quilt stuff. I can come up with some wild colors, guys. Really can. My dad always could too. But my dad liked color, color, color. I did not realize that I didn't realize that he had such an artistic brain. I knew he did, but I never considered it, you know, as art. Because he was my dad and he was an engineer and, well, you know, I just never thought of him as an artist. But really, he was. And he loved paper. And he loved he was hard to do art with, though, because he also had a very analytical brain. Very smart man. And, you know, he could see that things had to be done a certain way. And so that's the way he liked to do them. Me, on the other hand, not so much that way. You know, let me get a hole punch so I can make a circle. So anyway, but yeah, he was really, he really was. He loved color, and sometimes the wilder the better. I'm just going to poke that in there. I'm going to poke this through. Going to put that down like that. We have our string. Going to put this right about here. And then this will be our last one to do today. Can I pull that up just a little bit? Yep, I could. Okay. Just had to pull it up a little bit so I could get it to tie under there. Once you tie it under there and get the little knot, then it makes a little area in there for you to wrap your string around. But I will go in and add some glue to this knot. There we go. But I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so pull this straight down from there and see where this one goes. And it is going to go right there. Now, I may not have these even. I don't really know. So once again, pull that down. Maybe right about there. Okay, so there you go. Perhaps you'd want to round these as well. Maybe cut a little thumb notch here. Maybe that would help. So people could see that it was there we go. A little pocket. Yeah. And then you can put your little tag in there. And you can do your writing in here. If you want to put paper down to write on, put a letter inside of there. And then tie it up. And there you go. So, very cute, huh? And then you might want to put something on it, maybe some flowers. I think I might have some. Let's put these flowers here. And then I'll cut that bottom off a little bit. These probably should have glue on them. And then we could put that up there and cut them off right about there. It's the words. Words don't fit the pictures. Nothing matters. It says nothing matters. Oh, let's see. What do we have here? Stillness speaks. Now that one makes sense. I like that one. We'll go with it. Stillness does kind of speak, doesn't it? Some do make sense. Most don't. There we go. So now we've decorated it. And let's see what we have here. Let me put these away. They go on the shelf behind, above, in front of me there. Sorry. Above, behind, around, I don't know. So here we go. Here is a nice fat one. Oh, you probably want to see what it would look like on the page, right? There you go. Be a nice pocket back there. So there's that one. Here's this one. That has a nice pocket in it. Love that one. Be a good ocean one. Here is this one. And that one. And this one. It also has a pocket on this side. And then that one. And that was the one that did not turn out. And then we have this one. It's the upside downy one. And then we have this one. And then we have this one. And so, there we go. we have a whole slew of different envelopes that we could use in our journals. And really, they don't take that much time to do. So anyway, I hope you had a good time, and I hope that you'll make some of these for your journals, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.